Great. So, Scott, congratulations on your brand new job. Very exciting. Can you tell us a little bit about what that's going to entail and what you're going to kind of be doing for Freddy's in 2021?
It's very exciting, and it's kind of fun to go from 9 direct reports to 0. But it gives me time to do some things that really can impact not only our guests, but our franchisees, and have the time to do whatever is needed to be done. For example, last week, we had a call from a potential franchisee at college, and I was able to jump in my car, drive there a couple hours away, meet with them. I came back, and by the time I got back, they go, "We'd love to have Freddy's in our food court." And having those kind of advantages are great.
Well, and so you are the Chief Experience Officer, which we've seen as a role sort of pop up a lot in the last few years, but it's a relatively new role, first
It
time at
is.
Freddy's. So, I mean, you've been with the company since quite literally the very beginning.
I cooked
Um,
the first burgers in my house, so that's from the beginning. So I agree.
that is the
Yes,
beginning. So,
yes.
I mean, what is it like taking on this new role as somebody who's seen the company through every single stage?
You know what? The fun thing, since we've been purchased and I still own part of the new company, is that the focus is on the Freddy's way. And that's a term that has so many meanings, but in the most simplistic form, it's doing things the right way. And my job is to help continue to make sure we do that. And it's nice to be able to be in a restaurant and stand there. We have a term called GPS, and it's really the guest perspective on what a guest sees when they pull into the parking lot till the time they leave, and everything in between. And it's so critical, and anything I can do to help enhance that experience, make it better, whether it's a physical attribute, timing, food, that's my role.
And so, as you take on this new role and we look at the food that you guys are selling, I mean, we were talking about it before we started recording. Your background is delicious. You were talking about burgers and fries. I mean, you guys have a little bit of everything. Has part of that menu helped you to make it in 2020 and to, really have this experience in 2021?
Well, the craveable aspect of a Freddy's menu, um, I remember cooking the first burgers and hot dogs and making custard at the beginning before we opened the first Freddy's. And when I travel for a week and there's not a Freddy's in the market, when I come back to Wichita, I want what I want, and I'll go to Freddy's and double cheeseburger. Lately, I've been getting jalapeno burgers, which we just added to the menu permanently. It was so successful as a limited time offer, and to be able to do that and make it right and just confirm that things are being done the right way, we're very fortunate.
So as one of the co-founders, you talked about flipping some of the first burgers. What is it like watching Freddy's grow over all this time?
It's interesting, and everybody gives you the stories of when you get purchased by private equity and what's the right time and all those components. What I've really seen is that the focus, and Chris is really strong on this, is how can we better take care of our franchisees and our guests? And especially, I think we've always done a great job focused on our guests, but now it's what support services can we add and make it easier for our franchisees to grow, to be successful, to raise average unit volume, and ultimately to make more money. And everybody has a choice where they want to invest their dollars, and we want to be the best choice for our franchisees. And I think our company is absolutely focused on that through Chris's guidance.
And so what are some of these ways that you're helping franchisees? I mean, they're very important to your business. So I'd love to hear how you're helping each franchisee out.
Well, great question. And so I can go from any department that we have. So construction, we are going to take roles and make it easier, whether we're getting bids, we're going to assist with getting bids and put more resources behind our construction department so that we can continue to make sure we're getting the best value for the dollar. But also, when a new franchisee comes into play, we've now added people to support them to make sure when they're getting their bids for signage and construction and layouts and equipment and all these components, that we're actively involved with that to help them make it easier and make the whole system work smoother. Same thing with purchasing. Our support staff, our franchise business coaches are now being trained and coached to better be a business coach. And we've always been business coaches, but to understand the components and have the time available to help make our franchisees better. And our franchisees are welcoming the support.
I'm sure they are. And it's just beautiful to see that, you're so supportive of franchisees as one of the co-founders, as now the chief experience officer. I mean, you have your hand kind of in every part of the company, which is good. Is that something you really enjoy?
Yeah, I mean, it is something I love it. And I'm one of the lucky people that wakes up every day going, I get to go to work. And it's a great thing. And, we've sold our company. I don't have to work anymore, but I feel a loyalty to our team members here, to our franchisees, and to our guests to just put a little more time in, and let's continue to keep the path going where it's going. I think we had a great path going. I think we did things the Freddy's way for a lot of years, and with the resources we're having now, we're going to take our marketing to the next level. We're going to take our purchasing to the next level, our construction, to take it and continually improve. And that's always been what we did. But it takes a different skill set to take a restaurant company from 0 to 400 than it does from 400 to 1,000. And I think our owners and our primary owners and our leadership understands that, and putting the resources behind what we need is really key.
And so as you grow, talking about going from that 400 to 1,000, that next step, what are you guys doing to really achieve those goals?
It's really making sure everything that we're doing best practices, whatever segment it's in, and whatever, the Freddy's way has so many meetings with food and hospitality and facility, but making sure that whatever we look at, we want to be the best of the best. IT is a great example of that. Our app that we have is good. We think there's some that are better out there. So the resources are being put out there to take us to the next level. Our computer systems that we use have taken us to a certain level, and we're in the process of making an adjustment there, going to the next level of making sure we're up to date and being the best of the best. And that's our goal every day. And to have a ownership change occur with the same attitude and putting more resources behind it, it truly is a path that everyone would enjoy.
And so, just to kind of wrap up, back in time a little bit, you guys without private equity went up to about 400 units. What was that
Yes.
like? And what would you say to people who are in that position, starting a new company, who want to grow to be like a Freddy's?
Well, it's surreal, and I still don't believe it happened, to be honest with you. I'm still absorbing the impact of that. What the fun part was watching people that started with us as a line cook or a custard maker or a cashier, and all of a sudden watching these folks grow within our system and become supervisors and managers and general managers and franchisees. We have franchisees that used to work and manage our steakhouses, which is a long time ago. I'm aging myself, but it's important. But the cool thing is to watch people succeed and grow in life and live life's experiences and positively be impacted by being a member of, in this case, the Freddy's family. That's really all the reward we need. It's a beautiful thing.